Yes, COVID-19 cases in general in Indonesia have increased, and particularly in the capital city, we are seeing an increase reaching a total of 365 active cases on Wednesday.
Yes, 44% of patients are currently receiving care in hospitals. 32 cases with moderate symptoms are being treated in isolation rooms, while 12 severe cases require intensive care in the ICU. A total of 315 new positive cases of COVID-19 have been recorded earlier this week, adding to the 50 cases under self-isolation from the previous week.
Yes, the Jakarta Health Service head of the epidemiology and immunization, Ngabila Salama, said bed occupancy rate at hospitals remains below 5% despite the recent surge.
Saat ini ada 365 kasus positif aktif COVID-19 di DKI Jakarta, di mana pada tanggal 11, 12, 13 Desember dalam 3 hari ditemukan 315 kasus positif baru COVID-19 dan masih ada 50 kasus yang menjalani isolasi mandiri di minggu sebelumnya. Di mana keterpakaian tempat tidur sekitar di bawah 5% ya, sekitar 3 sampai dengan 5%. Dan juga ada 44 kasus yang sedang dirawat di rumah sakit, yaitu 32 kasus bergejala sedang di isolasi rumah sakit dan 12 kasus itu bergejala berat di ICU rumah sakit. Itu adalah data di seluruh rumah sakit di DKI Jakarta. Masyarakat jangan panik, akan tetapi tetap terus waspada.
Alright, to find out more about the new update on COVID-19 increased data, we are now connected with Health Ministry Communication and Public Service Head, Ibu Siti Nadia Tarmizi.
Yes.
So, good morning, Ibu Nadia.
Morning, Bu.
Good morning.
I hope you're well because
Yes.
obviously there is a COVID-19 surge again because of the holidays. So what is the latest numbers, Bu?
Yeah, if we see to our data up to 13 December, we found initially there is 318 confirmation COVID-19 cases. With the death report is 1 yesterday, and then if we see the bed occupation rate is still very low, it's 0.07% nationally. And the death I already mentioned is 1 cases.
Right. So with the numbers, Bu, how do we make meaning of the numbers? Because we've lived with COVID now for how many years now, Bu? It's almost 4 years, right? So how should we react to this data now?
Yeah, I think this is the situation that might happen maybe in the future, because we know since we are lifted the pandemic situation, which means that the COVID-19 is not really it's really still with us. It's not mean that we are not get infected. It's not mean that we will not get sick. So with this situation showing us that the COVID-19 still mutated, and there are still new variants and sub-variants, and there's still a possibility to infect the people. And of course, there is some risk for the death that might happen.
Right, all right. So according to the official statement from the Health Ministry, that the subvariant found from Omicron is EG.2 and EG.5. And can you explain to us more about these variants and what's the danger of this new variant?
If we can see those new subvariant, it's still Omicron variants, but we noticed there are many mutation in the Omicron variant. So these subvariants EG2 or EG5 and even XBB.1.5 is 3 of the variants that has been elevated by WHO from classification of virus under monitoring to virus of interest. So it's mean these 3 variants showing all over the world or globally, it's a cause of increasing the number of COVID-19 cases recently.
Are there any additional symptoms that we have to look out for, Bu?
I think it's a challenge, yeah, because we know that the COVID-19 is, we call it the acute respiratory tract infection. So the symptom mostly is the same. And from the number that we are observed, like yesterday, like 300 cases, is mostly is they don't have a symptom, and mostly is very light symptom, because we've seen the number of patient that has been hospitalized is still very low, and there is no trend to increasing in terms of the number.
Right.
Nice.
So a lot of people have been saying that these Omicron variants is very much like a regular flu or a common cold. So is this true? And do we still need to be prepared for anything worse than a common cold? Or is COVID-19 actually is becoming a common cold?
Yeah, I think why the government informed to the public regarding the situation is like to increase the awareness of the people that now the responsibility in taking care your health, protecting your health is now in your own. So it's really giving the situation now. Currently, we have increasing slightly number of COVID-19. It's mean that you have to more precautious on this situation. You have to implement in order to prevent yourself and your family. That's why the reason why the government informed the situation. But if we compare to the pandemic situation previously, it's really a very different situation, because although we found like 300 more cases yesterday, if we compare to the COVID-19, we usually found like 10,000, even 50,000 a day during the COVID-19. And we see the trend increasing number of the bed occupation rate and the death case. While here, we don't see this situation. So it's really like Archie mentioned, now it looks like the COVID-19 become to the common flu or other flu symptoms. We learn from previous experience like Hong Kong flu, SARS flu, or Spanish flu. It's all become the common flu later on after the pandemic. And we think that, the more many experts think that COVID-19 will evolve to that situation too. So that's why we've seen, of course, during the changing between the hot season to the rainy season, we see many people get flu symptoms, and it might be one of the flu symptoms caused by the COVID-19.
Uh-oh. I have sniffly nose here, Ibu. I better check myself. Oh, another thing, Ibu, you talk about, COVID in a way is becoming more and more common. So, and what is common as well is the habit that we developed during COVID as well. People wearing masks again, and of course this is not compulsory, but it really depends on the person, whether they want to wear a mask or not. Does this mean that we also need to get a booster for the COVID vaccine, or no?
Yeah. So of course, yeah, in this situation when we seen that there is an increasing number of COVID-19 in our surveillance report, we encourage people again to use the mask, especially the high-risk group, for example, elderly, or the one who have chronic diseases, or the one who have immunity problem. So if they are do some activities in the public, we encourage them to wearing a mask. And of course, the one who have flu symptoms, sneezing or fever, it's better to use a mask when they are doing any activity, including where if they are in their house, in order to prevent this transmission to their children. Of course, it's not only the COVID. We know that if we are got COVID positive, we need to isolate. We cannot do activity in the public. But if you only got the common cold, don't forget to wear your mask, and then you can do any activities in the public. And regarding the vaccination, currently, of course, we look into the WHO recommendation. I think the first thing that we would like to really strong recommend it is all the Indonesian people need to complete their vaccination. We know that some of our community is not yet complete until to the second shot. And for the booster, we know it's only reached like 39% of the target. And even the second booster is very less. It's like 2 up to 3% of the target. So really encourage community to get and to complete their vaccination, despite whether they already got 6 months ago or 8 months ago. But again, go to the Puskesmas and get your vaccination complete.
Okay, so it's still accessible through Puskesmas ya, Bu ya?
Yes, right.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ibu Siti Nadia Tarmizi. She's a doctor and she's also the head of Health Ministry Communication and Public Service. You stay healthy, Bu, because we know that you work really, really hard with the government.
Yes, thank you so much, Ibu.
That this repercussion. Okay.
Thank you, Bu. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's take a little break again. I should be wearing mask, aren't I? Just in case. I know I'm freaking you out right now. Anyways, it's okay. I tested myself yesterday. I was negative, so we'll see about today. Anyway, we still have some update from Indonesia. Stay with us after the break.
All right.